Hello, guys. Welcome to your market report for Friday, September 14th, 2018. Let's get the chart started right here. And first thing we want to look at is, well, there's Maduro in China. Here, look, it says that China offers Venezuela $5 billion loan to support the ideological ally Maduro. An ally. See what it says there? An ally. China's ally. Well, I'm going to tell you, he's not the ally of the United States. And what separates Maduro's government from being a pleasant, wonderful government over Venezuela where all the people are happy and everything else? What separates that from what we have right now, which is a Venezuela where the people are starving and it's a horrible place and everything else? What's the difference between the two? Difference is money. Money. That's the difference. Venezuela's money isn't worth nothing. But what does Venezuela have? Venezuela has got a huge, huge oil reserve. It's thick, really thick. It's like really thick crude. It's like, it's almost like molasses, their crude. So it has to be mixed with a lighter crude coming from other countries, but still, this is the crude they need to thicken up the other oil, which is thinner. So you got the thin oil, needs to be thickened. The thick oil needs to be thinned. So they need Maduro because he's got this huge oil reserve of wonderfully thick oil. He needs money, though. He's got no money. Being starved out for money by the capitalist system. Got no money to run his government. Well, China here is coming with a handout. $5 billion. Why are they doing that? Why are they helping Maduro? Well, I'll tell you exactly why they're helping Maduro. It's giving the middle finger to the United States of America. And China wants right now to give the middle finger to the United States of America. And the reason why is because there's a lot of tariffs going on. There's a lot of other stuff going on, a lot of inner politics and everything. But China, this is the same reason why China started the Yuan oil's futures contract. China does not have our best interests at heart. China is trying to trying to throw a monkey wrench into our works. And so this is what's going on with China and Maduro right now. That $5 billion is going to help the struggling socialist republic that Maduro is trying to run and operate. $5 billion is going to go a long way to supporting this ideological ally. So let's move on with the markets today, and let's get right into it. Let's start with Bitcoin. I believe Bitcoin is getting ready for more of this waterfall event downwards, where it was 7,411, and we had two waterfall drops down to the level we are right now, and it's been struggling along at this level. Well, somebody's moved 30,000 Bitcoins in a wallet. A whale is moving coins around, and it's leading to speculation that there might be a big sell-off of 30,000 Bitcoins into the marketplace would yield a rather significant drop in price. In fact, it might break through resistance. It might break through support, and go down below $6,000 into the 5,000s. Wait for it, guys. This might present a really good buying opportunity coming up. Cryptocurrency market capitalizations today, we're looking at $199 billion, with Bitcoin dominance at 56.1%. Most of the coins, kind of a mixed bag. Some of them are in the red today, and a lot of them are in the green. Some of them have moved up kind of significantly, like Ethereum. Ethereum's up to $209. It's up 5.88%. So now let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It should be opening up right now. Let me refresh the page. It's 10:30. That's the time, my time, that it opens. It's up 16 points today so far. The Dow. And now we got to keep our eye on the bond market, because that's the tell for the stock market here. We do see lowering volumes here. Uh, Ever since the volume started lowering, ever since was it June 27th? So it's been low for quite a while. For all of July, all of August, and all of September, they've been low volumes. So we got a rising market on low volumes. That's not pretty. Now let's take a look at crude oil prices. And remember what I said? I said $70 is the mark. Then it drops back. So we just, now when we're talking crude oil here, we're talking the sweet light crude oil. This is the oil that needs to mix with the Venezuelan oil. This is a little bit cheaper grade than this is the sweet light. This stuff's like well, the Venezuelan oil is like pancake syrup, and this stuff is more like fine, much lighter, like almost the consistency of, say, well, it's a much finer oil. You know, it's much more watery. It's much more like much more like water than the Venezuelan stuff. So now let's take a look at the silver price today, which is, by the way, going nowhere, except maybe down a little bit. We're looking at $14.15. You know, I mean, from what I heard that J.P. Morgan is dropping his short positions on silver. And we all know he has a rather large long position in the real physical stuff. I mean, he's got a big hoard of it put away, probably 150 million ounces of the stuff, which is an amazing amount. But when you consider that if we do go into a shortage, he could sell all of that and the market would just go burp, just like a professional eater when he eats a submarine sandwich. You know, it would be the same thing. 150 million ounces is not really that much. The market could suck all of that up if sentiment turns, you know. So anyway, $14.15 today. Bonds and rates. We're looking at rising bond yields today. Hey, this is a pretty significant day right here. Look at this. I mean, I'm just seeing this for the first time right here myself. We're up almost we're up 3.5 basis points on the U.S. 30-year, and we're up 3.4 basis points on the U.S. 10-year, and 3.3 on the 5-year, and 2.6 on the 2-year, 1 basis point on the 3-month. So yields are rising significantly today on the bond yields. So we're ready to crack over on the U.S. 10-year, crack back over into the over 3%. So anyway, let's take a look at the U.S. dollar. See what it's doing today. Well, it's rising a little bit, but not significantly. Just a small rise in the U.S. dollar. That's probably why you see that coordinated. Okay, see that little rise in the U.S. dollar to 94.74. It's up 0.20%, 0.21% right now. You can see that directly reflected in the silver price. Silver should be falling when that happens, or it's moving downwards, you know, than the price of silver. So this has been your market update for today. Thank you guys for listening. Like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next show. Bye-bye, guys.